Let's turn next to Hawks and Sixers. What do you make of this matchup? Hawks have been one of my more disappointing franchises over the last 5 years, even leading up to this year. I really don't know what to do with this group.
I mean, you're not alone in that. They've been, kind of one of those teams in limbo. I mean, they had the first overall pick a couple years ago, but oftentimes they are in that we're bad, but not tanking like by November bad. But at the same time, they're a team in transition, I guess. Trae Young's gone now. They're kind of retooling around burgeoning superstar Jalen Johnson. And into this game, out of the All-Star break, it's the closest game on the slate, both by the spread and the Dimers projections. So it could go either way tonight. Sixers host is minus 1.5 point favorites, 55.9% money line probability, 52.1% on the spread. Slight edge there, almost even money on the spread at minus 102. Very good price. Hawks are sitting right on the bubble of the play-in as the 10 seed, 5 games back of making the playoffs outright as the 6 seed. And coincidentally, that 6th seed is the 76ers. So a bit of an opportunity spot for them tonight. Obviously, it's only going to, if they win, only chip away one game. But as we get closer and closer to the postseason, now's the time to do it. You're going to have to do it at some point anyway. And I don't know. So I'm kind of making the case for the Hawks a little bit here, but the model does like the Sixers on the money line. Another sweet spot. I think this is the same edge range. Yeah, 2.4%, so 6.4% ROI over this season. Minus 115 odds, a lot more palatable than both the Nuggets and the Nuggets and Knicks money line plays that we looked at with a similar ROI. So if you're applying that sweet spot to this, you're theoretically getting a better return here because of the odds. Doesn't always work out that way. The higher probability plays are obviously more likely to hit, but you're getting a much better price. If you're picking one money line play and you're going just off the price, obviously the Sixers are the better play there. But teams are fairly evenly matched, at least defensively. Hawks rank 17th defensive rating. Sixers are 15th, pretty comparable there. I just personally don't really love the 76ers at less than full strength. Both these teams lost 3 of their last 4 headed into the break. Hawks lost 3 straight. So neither of these teams was entering the break in great form. Not totally sure what you're going to get from them coming out of the break. No Joel Embiid tonight for the Sixers. I'd go with the edge on the total. If I'm playing in this game, playing one line, it's 54.5%. So just under the 76ers money line probability, but it's the highest edge of the 3. You're getting minus 105. Banged up team for the Sixers might not be able to put up the points without Joel Embiid. And, the solid middling defensive teams. I don't know, just kind of a toss up here. But if I'm playing one of these edges, I play the under because of the value and because I don't know who's going to win this game, Sixers or the Hawks. It's kind of a toss up to me. And, I don't want to pick a side if I can't.
Yeah, I think I'll kind of just go with the model and pick a side. I think I'm comfortable playing Sixers here. Largely just I think you've got a team, even if the Sixers aren't healthy and don't necessarily want to gun for it all right now. I don't think they've tried to be the 6th seed in the East, quite frankly. They're there, and they can't really blow their season up and tank any further. At least we know the Hawks are completely selling off of this core, and I think they care about Jalen Johnson's development. I think they care about Onyeka Okongwu's development. I think they've got some pieces that down the line matter to them. But the reality is post-break now, like, it's better for them to lose games. I don't think they care about being in the play-in. I think they want as good of draft collateral as possible, and that's sort of where we're at with this. So for me, I feel like the Sixers is like, they're just one of the spot bets. Anytime you can get a team that I feel like is firmly in the playoff picture around pick 'em at home against a team that is not, I feel like it's the point in the season where you start to just situationally play those. But I share your concerns in terms of lack of availability from who's here. It's probably wiser to just turn directly to prop angles. And I mentioned him briefly, Jalen Johnson, but I'm kind of liking the Jalen Johnson market tonight in general, looking where these lines stand.
Yeah, I mean, we've got him projected right for a triple-double. Wrote up an article on the site yesterday in anticipation of today's slate, featuring him as one of the primary plays as a triple-double. He was plus 275. That is down to 215 on DraftKings, only plus 170 on FanDuel. So definitely a good play if you got that early. I still think it's a solid bet. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists right here, but a pretty solid chop to the odds from his opening line. So if that's something you weigh heavily, then maybe stay away. But he's got 10 of them this season. Matchup is pretty solid against the Sixers, allowing the 4th most assists overall, 12th most boards. Jalen Johnson's only got 5 games under double-digit rebounds in his last 15. So the opportunity is there for both complementary stats. His assist line is 8.5. So even if you don't want the triple-double, we support his plus money at 10 plus assists. He went for 41, 14, and 7 last game versus the Sixers. So certainly upside, obviously, in points and rebounds compared to his last performance. But the model loves his assists tonight as well. Other guys to look at, I think this is kind of a toss-up here. I don't know who's going to be the beneficiary of this. Let me pull up just the Sixers projections here. But rebounds for the Sixers could be okay, so this has changed a little bit. Drummond may have lines up now. He did not have lines before. So this is going to kind of change some of my this might change our little parlay thing we're doing in a little bit too here. I'll have to take a look at this. I don't think I'm going to change my mind too much here, but Sixers rebounds is a pretty good spot. Hawks are a bottom 3 team versus opponents when it comes to rebounding. Embiid is out. When I was doing the research for this, we did not have a clear 1-for-1 replacement in the projections. Kind of seeing that now with Andre Drummond, so it changes things a little bit. I don't know if he's got a lineup. Let me take a look real quick because that will kind of impact things here. I don't know what our projection is at all relative to his line, but I mean, if he's going to start and get a good line, he's probably a good rebound target just based on the matchup alone.
It's a nice behind-the-scenes look at how all of the prep work into this show goes. This is like real-time reaction to when things are added to the projections.
Yeah, frankly, I'm surprised we haven't had to do this more often this season, given almost 50 episodes into this thing. I don't see a line up for him, so our model's probably going off of adjusted for incoming feed. But I'm searching for Drummond. He's not even up on DraftKings here. And these guys' lines, Adam Bona, Dominic Barlow, VJ Edgecombe, their lines haven't changed at all. So, okay, this isn't going to change my thoughts on it. But if you could find a line on Drummond, he might be worth playing for some plus money, or even just his over on rebounds. I even have in my notes that he's the guy you'd want to target, but doesn't have lines and isn't in the projected starting lineup. So I had maybe look for him live if he gets a couple rebounds early, or if you could find a rebounding line on him. But he would be the guy I'd be looking at if you could find a line on him. Unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case right now.
Interesting. All right. Well, keep an eye on Andre Drummond, obviously, if you're listening to this between now and tip-off. But there's how the magic is made on this program. And the Dimers model sometimes jumps on things very quickly. And when guys are in and out of the lineup, you'll see names come in and out. And that's the beauty of Dimers Pro. 50% off, promo code podcast, by the way.